are we feeling this morning? Had the best night's sleep last night, I have to say. I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I'm hoping that this workout is going to perk me up a little bit. We're going to have a real chest and core focus to today's workout. I am going to throw some triceps in there as well, but it is primarily going to be upper body today. A little bit of dumbbell thrusters in there, so your legs are going to get some movement, so don't worry about that. As I say, hope you're feeling good. Please don't do this workout if you are feeling unwell or if you have any injuries at all. That's really, really important. Have some water on hand, and we will do a little bit of a warm-up, some dynamic stretching. Not going to do any cardio in this workout, and I will cool you down with a stretch at the end as well. So this is a circuit workout. We're going to do 8 exercises in rotation. Each exercise will be done 3 times. You will have a short rest in between of 20 seconds, and you will work for 40 seconds. The clock will count you down, so you'll know when to start and when to stop, and you will see me do so as well. I will tell you what's coming up as we go along. We're going to start with some press-ups, then we're going to move on to some overhead tricep extensions, some kettlebell cleans. We're going to do a bench press, which you don't need a bench for. You can do it from the floor with your legs fully outstretched, just going to push upwards from the floor, okay? Superb exercise that actually, and you can do it, as I've said before, with a couple of empty milk bottles, fill them with water, push up, really great exercise. So we're going to start off with a dynamic warm-up. If you've got one of these at home, fantastic. If you've not, just get yourself a decent sized towel and roll it up if you're doing it later. We're going to start with some bandage pull aparts. You're going to have probably about that much of the band in front of you, arms outstretched, and then you're going to take it all the way out. You're going to open that chest up, pull out, keep those arms nice and straight, really open up that chest. Going to do 10 of those. Really squeeze those shoulder blades back together. It's such a good one, this, especially if you are the sort of person who works at a desk or you drive for a living and you find that your shoulders are constantly in a rounded position. This really opens up those pectoral muscles, forces you to drive those shoulders all the way back. I've lost count now, so I'm just going to do one more. Let's say do 10 reps, have a little rest, and then do another 10. But we're going to superset that with a dislocation. So for this one, you're going to take both parts of the band all the way, take your arms all the way back. Again, we're not going to bend our elbows. If you find, I'm just going to come back around here, if you find that you are getting to here, and that's as far as you can go, then that's fine. Just work up to it. We're probably our least flexible, have the smallest range of movement in our joints first thing in the morning because we're a bit stiff when we wake up. All the way over, that's good. Open up those shoulders. As I say, rolled up towel you can do this with. Make that the last one. Okay, and the next one we're going to do is called threading the needle. You're going to bring yourself down onto your mat. On all fours, you're going to have your hands roughly shoulder width apart. You're going to bring one arm underneath you. Other one, raise up to the sky, all the way down, and up. Nice fluid movement. Last one on that side. Okay, swap sides. Good job. I'm really taking the time at the moment to get my dynamic stretching in because it was something that at the start of this particular lockdown I really did neglect, and for me that's a massive no-no. I really feel the difference, just how I feel in myself, in my joints. I really, really do recommend doing some sort of dynamic stretch before you exercise. Okay, we're going to do some glute kickbacks because we're going to do some weighted kickbacks later. You're going to bring your knee in all the way back. Stretch that heel right back towards that bottom. Okay, let's swap sides. Okay, stand yourself up. We're going to do some, just open up your hips a little bit. Take one knee up and out to the side. Keep those hips facing forward. Then tip that leg back, kick all the way back. Stretch out that glute, but also opening up that hip. Okay, we're going to swap sides. I'm just going to spin around. Okay, bring yourself back down to the mat. That's when we're just going to do a little bit of spinal whips, or cat-cow, you might know it as. Bring your spine all the way down, and then take it all the way up. Nice big deep breath out as you come down. Raise that spine all the way up. Good. Fantastic. Okay, well that's us warmed up, primed and ready for our workout. As I say, I'm going to set the clock. You're going to get 10 seconds. The first exercise that we are going to do is some press-ups, and you're really going to feel the benefit of opening up that chest. So I'm going to start the clock. Make sure the volume's turned up. Okay, okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's get ourselves in position. Here we go. Ready? 1. Okay, I had a confession here. I did press ups yesterday and I can feel it, so struggling a little bit there. So we'll struggle together. Okay, so I managed to get 12 in. See if we can get 12 in this next set, shall I? Here we go. Not much of a rest between press ups, to be fair. No, not quite. 8 this time. If press-ups are something that you really, really struggle with, do it from an incline or do it from your knees. Okay, I'm just going to move my bench round for this one so you can see. I'm going to get the countdown in a second. 3, 2, 1. That's better. So this time. 1. that core tight. Make sure that you bring your chest all the way down. Good work. 3, 2. Okay, and we're resting. Well, that was tough, that. You know, when you do a compound exercise or a bodyweight exercise like a press up or a pull up, and you try and do them again the next day, it's almost impossible because you're so pre-fatigued. But I'm doing this for you guys, so we'll push on through it. Right, we're going to do a tricep extension for this one. So stand up, kettlebell or weight behind the head, bring it over in an arc, all the way down. Really feel those triceps working. Core tight. I'm using a split stance here. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you don't have a kettlebell, don't worry. There's loads of things that you can use. You can use a bag of sugar for this exercise, and if you do enough repetitions, when you're in that position and you're doing that tricep extension, you're really going to start to feel it. It's probably one of the most versatile exercises. It's something you can do with no equipment. Just going to use a dumbbell for this one, so I have a diamond grip over the top, all the way over. Keep that core tight, squeeze. Almost there, guys, you're working really hard. Oh, woo. Right, I'm just going to grab some water whilst we get that last countdown. Other tricep exercises you can do, things like tricep dips, they're really, really good, but just mind your shoulders. If you've got no equipment, it's a good one to do. Right, I'm going to go back to the kettlebell for this one. Wow, I can really, really feel this tricep. Okay, we're ready. This time, let's work really hard. Squeeze. Control the movement. Squeeze that core nice and tight. Okay, our next exercise is going to be a kettlebell clean. So obviously you might need to improvise a little bit. Perhaps if you've got a water bottle or something with a handle to use that's a bit lighter if you don't have a kettlebell. Obviously kettlebell ideal for this one. Ooh. Wow, the triceps are burning. So we're going to start here. Flick up and up. Good. This is the dynamic full body. One more on this side, more squat. Good, switch sides. Keep working, guys, you're doing really well. 3, 2, 1. Just a quick one on the other side. Good, smashed it. Okay, so we've got 2 more rounds of the kettlebell clean, just so you know what's coming up. We're doing a bench press. As I say, you don't have to do this on a bench. You can do it lying down from the floor with your feet fully outstretched. Don't put your heels down, because that's going to make your shoulders work that little bit harder. Are we ready? Round 2 of the kettlebell clean. Swap sides. Good job, well done. Working really, really hard, guys, well done. I should say from next week, I mentioned on my stories, I don't know if you've seen it, but I do have some availability for one-to-one coaching at the moment and a little bit of online coaching as well. I've been doing a lot of my clients virtually, and you know what? They're getting some amazing results. And I have to say, I've really enjoyed it as well. I was a little bit skeptical about the virtual coaching because I like to be with someone in person, but it's worked out really, really well. I can see them via Zoom, so I can still perfect their technique. And as I say, like one of my clients who I've been working with lost 4 kilos on a weight loss program within literally a few weeks. I'm so proud of her. Two, one, smashed it. Well done. Okay. Right. Okay. I've lost track a little bit here. So this is round 9, isn't it? Right, we're going to move on to this bench press. I've got my bench here. I'm going to use my dumbbells for this one. So I'm going to have my feet firmly planted on the floor on either side. I'm going to bring myself right back and I'm going to drive up explosively, okay? Go down and up. As I say, you can do this lying on the floor, it's not a problem. Change my angle slightly so that you can see me a little bit better. There we go. A bit more scope to drive myself upwards with those dumbbells as well. Feet on either side. Whoa, we're having a sleepy start this morning, I think, aren't we? Right, so don't forget, a bench is not the be all and end all here. You don't have to have a bench to be able to do this. You can lie flat on the floor with your legs outstretched, driving up explosively. Keep that core tight. These dumbbells are a little light for me. However, because I'm doing so many repetitions during this workout, I'm going to keep them light. 3, 2, 1. But also, if I went to my maximum weight, I'm probably not going to be able to hold a conversation with you particularly well. So, have a quick drink of water, guys. We've got one more round of the bench press, and then we're going to move on to some weighted kickbacks. 3, 2, are we ready? 1. I'm not. Here we go. Drive those heels through the floor. Keep that core tight. Here we go. Nice and explosive on the way up, controlled on the way down. Almost there. 2, 1. Get one more. Whew. Okay, good job. Right, so the next one, we're going to bring ourselves down onto the mat. I'll move my bench slightly out of the way. We're going to do some weighted kickbacks. Good morning if you are just joining me. Okay, so we're going to pop this behind the knee. Keep it light, guys. You don't want to be going too heavy for this. Just a sandbag will do. Squeeze that together and then you're going to bring it all the way back. We're going to do, I reckon, about 6 or 7 reps we can get in on each side in the 40-second window that we have here. Really squeeze that core nice and tight as you're doing this. Keep that tension there so you don't drop that dumbbell. Okay, I'm going to swap sides, try and get as many reps in on the other side. There we go. Takes a bit of practice holding this in place, but those little sandbags that you can buy are great for that sort of low 2-3 kilo ones. Or if you don't have one of those, I'm just going to carry on for a minute just so I get a couple more reps in. You can use a resistance band over the thighs just to create that little bit more tension. Okay, and we've got 20 seconds rest. 2 more rounds of this one just to let you know what's coming up. We're going to do some thrusters and then an inverse kettlebell press, and then we're going to finish with some core. Okay, here we go. Nice and tight, all the way back, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's swap sides so we can get those reps in. Thanks to Ben Sound for providing the royalty-free soundtrack this morning, as always, really appreciate it. Just so that Instagram don't switch me off when I try and play my favourite tunes. All the way back. Heel to that bottom. Fantastic job. You're working really, really hard. Got one more round of the weighted kickback. I'm just going to get myself ready. Pop it on that side. Okay, here we go. How are you doing? Right. Last round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All the way back. One more. Squeeze, feel those glutes. Okay, swap sides. Pop that behind the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna get one extra. And rest. Well done. Okay, that's round 15. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to do is a dumbbell thruster. So for this one, you're going to stand up, you're going to hold your dumbbells at the side, like so. Yourself a bit of space. You're going to come down into a squat, and you're going to push up. Okay? Are we ready? Here we go. Let's work, guys. Come on. Keep it dynamic. Keep it going, you're doing really well. That felt like a long 40 seconds, isn't it? Okay, so we've got 3 rounds of this one. Not too much in the way of legs today. I did promise you a chest focus, which hopefully is what we've got. I bet you're still feeling the burn from those press-ups. 3, are we ready? 1. Let's go. Come on team, we can do this. Core tight, drive those heels through the floor. Almost there, keep working. 1, smashed it. Well done. Okay, we've got one more of those. Then we're going to do an inverse kettlebell press from the knees, half kneeling. And we're going to finish with 3 core exercises, and then I'll stretch you off. You're doing really, really well. Woo. Are we ready? No, I'm not. Okay, feeling a bit tired this morning. 1. This kind of workout with these short rests, you really want to get yourself working at your maximum. So that's what you're going to feel. It's only half an hour. We're not going for Heavy lifts, it's high reps, low weights. And rest, well done. Okay, I'm going to put those down. Don't need them now. Use a light kettlebell for this. We're going to invert the kettlebell, which is going to test your stability and the strength of your wrist. Going to have one knee up, and we're going to drive it up. Nice and slow and controlled. Kettlebell wants to fall. Okay, we're going to swap sides. Hold the knee up. These kind of unilateral exercises are really great strength builders because if you've got any muscular imbalances, and let's face it, the vast majority of us have. I've definitely got a stronger side. One more. Okay, we've matched it. 20 seconds rest and we'll come back to it. So we've got about 6 or 7 reps on each side. I like to perform these slowly just to keep that balance there, keep that kettlebell from, you don't want it wobbling all over the place. But yeah, unilateral, great way of addressing that strength discrepancy that everybody has. And it doesn't matter, you might have it more in your arms, more in your legs, but everybody tends to have a dominant side. Okay, switch sides. Last one. 2, 1. Exactly 6 reps on either side, just so you know what you're aiming for at that kind of speed. One more, okay? And then we will move on. I'm going to finish with some core. We're going to do some back row kickbacks, some dead bugs, and an X plank as well. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Last one. Okay, switch sides. Last rep. Squeeze out. 3, 2, well done, guys. Okay, so core. We're going to start with the dead bug. So you're going to lie on your back. You're going to have your knees at right angles and your arms up in the air. I'm going to fit as much as I can up in here. So arms like this, knees at right angles, and then you're going to take one arm back and one leg out, opposite sides. Let's go. Nice and controlled. Keep those feet off the floor, core tight. Initially this is going to feel really easy, and then you're going to start to really engage those lower abdominal muscles. I don't know what it is about this exercise, but whenever my clients do it, they always want to perform it at high speed, and I'm like, slow it down, feel those abdominal muscles. Let's really engage them. And for those pre and postnatal clients that I work with, this is actually a really great exercise. You can do a half dead bug if it's too much. 1. Okay, next one. We're going to do a bear crawl kickback. I'm mixing it up in this set. So you're going to be in this position, but you're going to have your knees off the floor. Just move around slightly. There we go. Knees off the floor, and then you're going to kick back. Core tight. Are we ready? Here we go. 1. We're going to alternate those legs so we make sure we get an even number of reps in. Keep those knees off the floor. Good work. really enjoyed this workout this morning. It's quite different from what we normally do. I really enjoyed having the chest focus and a bit more core. Okay, last one we're going to do, X plank. You're going to get yourself into a high plank position, and you want to be able to, just making sure you can see me, reach back for those toes, okay? I'm going to be in that raised position. Are we ready? 3, here we go. 2, 1. Don't worry if your heels don't come down right to the floor. You might find you're a little bit stiff first thing in the morning. Your mobility sort of gradually improves as the day goes on and then goes back the other way towards the evening. Keep breathing, guys. Keep that core tight. Almost there. Smashed it. 24 rounds. Well done. I'm really, really impressed with you. Well done. You worked hard this morning. Don't forget to drink plenty of water today. Let's have a little stretch off before we go. I'm going to start with a lying quad stretch. Gives you a chance to get your breathing back to normal from that exercise. You're going to bring your heel right into your bottom. If you want to do both of them at the same time, that's absolutely fine. There we go. Nice deep breaths in and out. Hold it there. We save this maintenance or developmental style of stretching for the end. We don't want to be lengthening those muscles before we work out, which is why I always do a nice dynamic stretch before I start, just to increase that range of movement, get that flexibility going before, especially if you're doing things like squatting. Do a squat drill before you do it. Okay, bring that leg underneath you. We're just going to do a pigeon stretch. Going to lean all the way forward, stretch out that hip flexor. Don't force it. I've said this before, a stretch should never be uncomfortable. It's really just about moving within what is possible, your limitations, okay? And I don't use that in a negative way. You just have to make sure that you're not forcing it with stretching. It's not meant to be uncomfortable. Okay, walk yourself back up the mat. Swap sides. Now we haven't done too much on our legs today, so I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to upper part of the body. With a stretch off those triceps, pop your palm on the top of the back, just gently push down on your elbow. Hold it there. Swap sides. Good. Okay, let's take our arms all the way behind us. Draw those shoulder blades back. Now we used one of the assisted pull-up bands at the start of this workout. We used one of these, a long one. Really, really good if you get a slightly kyphotic posture and you want to draw those shoulder blades back. Just wrap that around your hand. Take it over one arm. Just going to show you. Okay. Don't force it. Just going to hold it in that position, and it's going to draw. Can you see how it's drawing my shoulder back on that side? It's such a good stretch. It's really, really good if you, as I say, have a few postural issues, or you just want to kind of train your shoulders to go back and improve that posture. Have a go at that at home. It's really good. You can maybe try it with a long towel if you don't have one of these. Good work today, guys. You did really, really well. Thank you so much for joining me, as always. I love doing these. Let me know if there's anything you need. Drop me a DM. I'm always happy to chat it through. Otherwise, drink plenty of water, and hopefully I will see you soon.